Picture this. You're ready to pull the trigger on a legacy home in Beaver Creek, and you realize Beaver Creek isn't just one vibe, it's three. And depending on which one you pick, your weekends either feel effortless and dialed, or you end up thinking, why does this place feel amazing on paper, but slightly annoying in real life? So here's my question for you. When you imagine your perfect mountain day, are you the type that wants to walk out your door into a lively village with coffee, shops, dinner plans, or do you want it quieter, more tucked in, more private, where the whole thing feels like a calm luxury retreat? My name is Anthony Soul. I'm a Colorado licensed realtor, and I work with luxury buyers in Breckenridge, Summit County, and Eagle County. The whole thing is education first. So I want to help you guys find the right fit for your lifestyle and not just put you in a pretty home that ends up on a highlight reel. All right, let's talk Beaver Creek versus Bachelor Gulch versus Arrowhead. What feels right and what you're actually paying for. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't pretend to be the mayor of Beaver Creek, but I spend a lot of time over there skiing and networking, and I spend a lot of time in this world with clients. And I've done the research so you don't have to. Beaver Creek is commonly described as three base areas: Beaver Creek Village, Bachelor Gulch, Arrowhead. They're connected as one resort experience, but they don't live the same way day to day. Now let's start with Beaver Creek Village, because this is the center of gravity choice, if you will. If you want that classic polished resort village lifestyle where you can walk to dinner, pop into shops, meet friends for après, and have your guests feel like they're instantly on vacation, this is the easiest yes. And I have one story that kind of proves that. I had friends from the East Coast who were coming out to ski, and they had never skied Beaver Creek before. It's on the Epic Pass, so it was an easy choice. We're skiing all day, we're feeling bougie. We get down to the base, go into Sea Bar, and we get Bloody Marys, which is their drink of choice. And the bartender hands us this drink with like 4 pieces of bacon on it. And we look at him like, is this a mistake? And he's like, no, this is our Bloody Mary. I mean, talk about instantly feeling like you're on vacation. Come on, how do you say no to that? So as you can see, Beaver Creek leans hard into family-friendly luxury and the little details, such as the famous daily cookie time at 3 p.m. in the village, which sounds goofy until you're tired after skiing and someone hands you a warm chocolate chip cookie fresh out of the oven like it's a sacred ritual. First time that happened to me and my wife, we were completely baffled because you're skiing all day. We just happened to come down to the base right around 3 o'clock, and we see this person dressed in full chef's garb with the white coat and the top hat, and he's got this huge sheet with a mountain of cookies on it. And I see people just walking up and grabbing cookies, and I'm like, oh, what's going on over there? I want a cookie. Walk up, and before I could even say anything, he looks at me and goes, want a cookie? I was like, sure. Can I grab one for my wife? Maybe an extra one for the road? I was like, sure, take as many as you want. So I'm walking away with a handful of cookies. Like, are you kidding me? This is just absolutely an incredible experience, and like the little details again that just go into making an experience that much better. The village also runs on that everything is convenient energy, right? So you've got events, ice rink, dining, shopping. So if your legacy home vision includes hosting a lot of people, Beaver Creek Village is the least complicated place to land because your guests can show up and be entertained without a lot of planning. But the trade-off of the village is pretty straightforward. It's the village, right? It has energy, it has people. During peak weeks, it feels like a resort because it is one. If you're the kind of person who loves being in the mix, perfect. If you're the kind of person who wants quiet mornings and zero friction, and you don't want to feel like you're sharing your private escape with half of Texas on spring break, that's where Bachelor Gulch comes in. And Bachelor Gulch is a totally different personality. This is the living on the mountain feel, quieter, more secluded, more lodge-like. And the anchor here is the Ritz-Carlton, Bachelor Gulch. And yeah, this is one of those places where ski in, ski out is not marketing fluff. It's legit access via the Bachelor Gulch Express lift. The lifestyle here is less village stroll and more mountain retreat. So think you're in your own little luxury pocket. You ski, come back, buy a fire, you do spa time, you do a really good dinner, and your nervous system just calms down. Now, what you're paying for in Bachelor Gulch is privacy and ease, but in a different way than the village. In the village, ease means walkability to everything. In Bachelor Gulch, ease means you don't have to deal with crowds as much. You're closer to the quiet side of the resort experience. and you can have that high-touch service ecosystem around you if that's kind of your thing. If you're a legacy buyer who wants the home to feel like a true getaway every time you arrive, Bachelor Gulch does that really well. Now, the honest limitation. If you picture your family walking out the door and wandering around shops for 2 hours, Bachelor Gulch isn't as wanderable as Beaver Creek Village, but it's not trying to be. However, the good news is you're not stuck, because Beaver Creek has the Village Connect on-demand transportation system, much like Summit County, that runs with Beaver Creek, Bachelor Gulch, and Arrowhead. The way this plays out in real life is you can live in the calm, then go get the village energy when you want it, then come back to the calm again. And then there's Arrowhead, which is the sleeper pick a lot of people don't understand until they see it. Arrowhead is a gated community with direct mountain access, and it has a more true neighborhood feel. People actually live there, and it feels residential, right? Arrowhead also has its own lift access via the Arrowhead Express, and that lift is basically the locals' front door into Beaver Creek skiing for that base area. So if you like the idea of Beaver Creek, but you want a little bit more separation from the main village hustle and bustle, Arrowhead can be a really compelling lifestyle. Arrowhead also adds a different dimension because it's not just ski focused. The community is tied into a year-round outdoor living and includes golf at the Country Club of the Rockies, literally one of the best golf courses in Colorado, plus hiking, snowshoeing, and mountain neighborhood life. Now let's talk about what you're paying for, because this is where people either make a great decision or accidentally overpay for the wrong thing. So at this level, the premium usually isn't just finishes. It's removal of friction. How quickly your day goes from we arrived to we're actually relaxing. In Beaver Creek Village, you're paying for location and walkability. In Bachelor Gulch, you're paying for the privacy plus the on-mountain access and service ecosystem. In Arrowhead, you're paying for gated community living and direct mountain access, plus that year-round neighborhood feel that a lot of legacy buyers love because it feels like a real second home community, not just a destination. And here's the part I always come back to with luxury and legacy buyers. Your favorite home in the world can lose its shine if it doesn't match how you actually use it. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, this is exactly what we're trying to decide, here's what I would recommend. Don't start with which home is the prettiest. Start with which base area fits your lifestyle. Then we narrow down to the right pockets within that area. Then we vet the home. That order saves people from regret, especially in a market where the homes are stunning and it's easy to get emotionally hypnotized. Trust me, it's what I do every day. If you're considering Beaver Creek, Bachelor Gulch, or Arrowhead, and you want help figuring out what you're really paying for and which one fits your family's version of a legacy life, call, text, or email me. You'll talk with me or a member of my team at Live Sotheby's International Realty, and we'll map this to your lifestyle first: privacy, village, energy, ski access, hosting, and how you actually spend your time when you're here. Once we nail that, the right area usually becomes obvious. And I'll end with a question for you, because I love seeing how people answer this. Money was not the deciding factor. Would you pick the lively, walkable village, the tucked away on-mountain retreat, or the gated neighborhood with lift access, and why? Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. I'll see you in the next one.